Alright guys, welcome back to the Frugal Homestead. So today we thought we'd go ahead and bring you the December update with a tiny house. Now granted, we haven't got as much done as we wanted to, but the reality is we just went through that giant storm with like, what, negative 30-degree wind chills? Yeah, it was rough. Crazy. Yeah, we had some issues, but the tiny house has moved forward. We have had help from some other people. We'll go over that later, but we thought we'd start with the outside stuff just to get going here. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a pile of blue barrels there, and there's a blue water barrel right here. We've actually picked up some stuff to do some plastic welding. We're going to work on making us a 110-gallon temporary water tank, holding tank in the house. So we will be getting that all pulled together. Now, me and my beautiful wife did something major right there too. So what we did was there was a tree right here, a giant walnut, and it would just drop walnuts all over the place. They'd hit the house. The tree actually was leaning over the house. If you look at our other videos, it was pretty bad. But I didn't really want to deal with having to pay somebody come top it and bring it down, so I did it.
I am super excited that we brought it down, not only to get it away from the tiny house, but what are you going to do with that?
So I'm going to pull out the chainsaw mill, and my wife and I are going to mill this into a mantle, and that's walnut, so that heart should be really pretty. Honestly, here's another section of it so you can see the heart of that. So we're going to rip these up into some sections and mill up probably the mantle and a few other things. Now I do want to show you guys, you can still see the chain wrapped around it and the little lightweight rope. So this tree was here, but the problem we had is, look at the vines. It wasn't going to let it fall this way, even though it was leaning this way. So I had to do some odd cutting, and I had to push it. And then Missy was way over here, about 100 foot away, pulling on it. And then once we got it most of the way down, I cut some curves in it and hooked chain to it, and we brought the truck down and tore the yard all up. Missy was yanking on it with my truck to get it all the way down because the vines didn't want to let it fall. Definitely was a rough day, a stressful day, but now that it's done, we got beautiful wood we're going to mill up for our mantle and a lot of extra firewood. So honey, let's take them inside and show the other things we've done.
All right.
So as we come inside here, you can see that a lot of drywall has disappeared as we've been using it up. So as we work our way around here,
so we've gotten all of this wall drywalled, and we have gotten all of this wall drywalled, and my wonderful husband worked very hard getting me a bunch of holes drilled, as you can see, so I can start running some of the plumbing.
Yep, we got our water line holes above and our drain holes below, and that was not easy because it had to go through here, and it's gonna come through here, go around, go through there, and in through there. So definitely got a lot to do. Now, the other day, I also went through and put all our light boxes in so that we can have them ready and get the ceiling painted. We just have to do the wiring and tack them in now, but there should be plenty of lighting in here when it's done. Really making headway here. I don't think it'll be long we'll have all the drywall up in here. The only thing holding us up lately has been the temperatures. Alright guys, so we've gotten a lot done up here, but before we even start, I want you guys to see if you can see that. So that says 41 in here, and then the lowest it got was 39. Now, it's important to remember that last night I think it got down to what, 20?
I think 20 or 22.
Yeah, but throughout the day it was actually even colder. That's the warmest it got last night. But that reads within the last 24 hours. So that means that it at least held 20, 25 degrees above what it was at a low yesterday. That's not having any heat on in here, no nothing. That's just pure insulation value, which is pretty good. But honey, didn't we have a little help here?
We did have a little help.
So all of the ceilings are hung. They do need more screws. They do need more of them pushed all the way in. But for a crooked building, we got it pretty straight down through there for what it is. It may look crazy crooked at the bottom and top, but the reality is these seams are actually pretty good all the way. And it's an amazing feeling to have it done. So who helped us?
Our son Chris and his wife Brittany.
That's right, and they helped us get it all up, and it was not fun. We had to put down pieces of plywood across here, balance on all kinds of crazy stuff, try and find the studs. But all of the drywall except for this wall is done up here. I just haven't got back in here to throw the rest of this little bit of drywall up on this wall. So we will be getting started on making sure everything's screwed off solid, making sure that everything's recessed. I will mud all of the nail holes, screw holes, and then we're going to be trimming all of these after I caulk the seams. So it will have wood trim instead of actually having to do all that with drywall mud. I think we're moving along pretty well, don't you?
I think so. I'm super excited.
So we definitely have been putting in the work. It's not as fast as a process as we've hoped, because usually, even if you're really hammering down, working hard, you'll get cold down here. These temperatures lately have been really rough to work in. Obviously, I'm feeling it in my ankle too, not to use it as an excuse, but it takes about, what, 3 or 4 hours and that thing swells up?
Swells up really bad again.
Yeah, so I end up having to take a break, and when you're getting up and down on ladders on it, it's just not fun. Now, I have been held back some because my wife doesn't want me down here working on the upstairs, like over there, without her here, just because she's afraid that I might fall again, which is valid, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
We do a good job, though, of moving forward with this. I feel that considering all the other things we're taking care of and doing, like fighting frozen water, bringing trees down, getting materials together, the gig work, your job, we do a good job of still keeping this job moving forward. And I feel like in the next 30 days, it's going to be an even bigger jump, which seems hard to believe because once you're at this point, it kind of slows down because you got to paint and all the other stuff and fighting the temperatures. But we've got some big things coming we're going to get done real fast. Now you have to go get some material soon, some stone.
Yes, to start stoning for the stove.
I've got to go get some concrete backer board and some other things, and that giant buy on all the stovepipe for our wood burner.
Yes.
So it's going to get busy. It's going to get crazy. Make sure you're joining in so you don't miss any of these videos, because this is going to be somewhere between uncontrolled chaos and comedy, because this place is so crooked. I am not going to be a happy camper when I start trimming, but that's okay because it is what it is. I've dealt with it before. Now, my wife's going to work on picking out flooring because I already tried twice with her and she's a pain.
I'm not a pain.
She's a pain. But anyways, guys, make sure you go down, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you see all of our upcoming videos. Leave us a comment. Tell us, now that you're starting to see with drywall on, does the space look smaller? Does it look bigger? And could you live here? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We love answering your comments. But with that said, honey,
we will see you in the next one.
okay, get to work. I'm going to the house.
It's my coffee break.
My ankle hurts. You gotta work.
Okay.
Bye.